How are you? Can you believe it? How long has it been? First, welcome to that. I don't know. You know how I never really knew if there were graphics? I really don't know if there were graphics, any kind of music or sound effect, because not only have we not been together in forever, my editor and I have not seen each other. So I have no idea what he is doing, what he's adding, not adding. So it could have been a total exercise in futility, but who cares? Because we're back. We're back. How are you? How have you been? What has been going on? Yeah, I hear you. I'm right there with you. A lot has been going on over on this end as well. You'll notice that there are two characters on the show that are missing. The Falcon and the Gnome, of course. And as you know from situations in the past, they've not been the easiest to deal with during contract negotiations. So I came back, signed my contract, I'm here. Falcon and the Gnome, still pounding out the details. Coffee's still here. And I am in New York half the year, or most of the year now because of work, and it's awesome. You ask, how is it? It's awesome. It's fantastic. My whole apartment is the size of this living room. It's fantastic. And at first, I kind of thought it would be a bit of a challenge. I didn't freak out about it because I've been in small spaces before. My house here in LA is like, 1,100, 1,200 square feet on a really good day when it's trying really hard. But I thought, well, this is my New York apartment. It's under 400 square feet, and it's laid out really nicely. The architect was fantastic. The guy that did this, or the woman that did this, whoever did this, the group. There is a great entry area that doubles as my office. There is a fantastic, good-sized living, sleeping, eating, breathing area. And then there's a little hall that curves towards the back, and that's where the kitchen and then the bathroom are. The kitchen is literally this big. This is my kitchen. Seriously. And I thought that I would be missing having more space, and I don't. It's perfect. The only thing I miss is having an outdoor space. Other than that, it's spectacular. I'll try to share pictures with you, a little before and after pics of what's happening there, but I love my building, I love my street, I love my neighborhood, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, first, you know what? We're going to mix things up. We're going to mix things up. Instead of doing the daily tip first, we're going to do, remember the segment, Are You Kidding Me? I don't know if there was music and sound effects. So we're going to do, Are You Kidding Me with that segment first. You know I love Trader Joe's. And well, no, you probably don't know this. I'm going to tell you. I love almonds and I love things with chocolate. And if you combine the almonds and the chocolate, well then, I'm good as yours. And Trader Joe's has plenty of things for me to get lost in. They have the chocolate almond bark, they've got chocolate covered almonds, they've got this other espresso chocolate coffee almond thingy. They've got a lot, and they got the almonds. So I've OD'd on almonds from the Trader Joe's. So much so that I've broken out into a rash on some occasions. I don't think I'm allergic necessarily to almonds, but I eat so many of them that it becomes an issue. And my body's like, stop. And if you're not going to stop, we're going to show you how we're going to make you stop. So now Trader Joe's has come out with this. I'm going to share this with you. Yeah, do you see that? Can you see that? Maybe. It is the Cocoa Almond Spread. You know Nutella? Well, this is Nutella's evil twin. It's got the cocoa. Who doesn't love cocoa? It's got the almond. Some people don't love almond. This people loves it. And then it's got the spread. How simple is that? Goes on waffles, on pancakes, on toast, on cookies, I can go on. Goes on a lot of stuff. Goes on a spoon, and then I eat it. It is awesome. But it's also, are you kidding me with this, Trader Joe's? Seriously, stop it. Stop it now. I want no more of it. I want no more of it. I will have some more of it later. Okay, so here is the daily tip. I wrote about something, and also I've spoken about this so many times, about moving your furniture away from the wall. away from the wall. International symbol for away from the wall. If you ever find yourself in a foreign country and you want someone to move something away from the wall, all you have to do. And people were up in arms about, about the moving away from the wall, and this is, kind of sums it up. Jill from Indiana writes, Indiana. That's where my good friends of Kittles, are located. So maybe you are a Kittle shopper, or maybe you've seen me on TV in Indiana doing the Kittles commercials, which I love. The fine folks. So hi, Jill from Indiana. And Jill writes, I read your post about moving the furniture away from the wall, and I would love to do that. Challenge is, I live in a small apartment, approximately 1,000 square feet, and I can't move the furniture away from the wall because I don't have the room to do so. So what do I do? Should I just leave it up against the wall? Stop telling me to move the furniture if I can't. I'm so perplexed. I want to, but I don't know how. Help me, Jill. Stop telling me to move the furniture. I will never stop telling you to move the furniture, Jill. Never! Here's the deal with that. Like I said, live in less than 400 square feet in New York. My living room is like a long bowling alley without the length. It's the narrowness without the length. Such a hand talker, right? And when I say move the furniture away from the wall, I don't mean you have to put everything in the center of the room, because that's not possible in a small room, right? So what I'm looking for you to do is find ways to maybe take your sofa in a living room and move it a couple inches away from the wall if you can, if that's possible. If you have a sofa wall, move the sofa a couple inches, maybe put a very narrow narrow sofa table behind the sofa, and then layer that. Maybe lean a big mirror, a large mirror up against it, make sure you secure it at the top just in case. And maybe some picture frames, even a potted plant, if you will. Something that's going to add a little bit of texture and a little bit of life to the space right behind your sofa, so it's not sofa wall, you know what I'm saying? And if you can't do that, then maybe a chair or two. Move them just slightly away from the wall. See if maybe angling them in towards the sofa works, or just taking them away from the wall maybe by a couple of inches. You don't have to move everything away from the wall, and you don't have to be very dramatic in the way that you take that space, that space between the wall and the piece of furniture. Just enough to create some air, and just enough to create some layering, because what that does is it makes your room feel more inviting, more unique, and much more, much more full. In a good way, not in a crowded way, but in a really good way. Now, if you have a large room that you're dealing with, do the same exact thing. And in a large room, you can center, say, your living space in the center of the room and kind of build around it. You have more room to play with. So think about that. And Jill, I plead with you. I will not stop talking to you about moving the furniture. Please do it, and let me know how it works out. Maybe send me some pictures. So if you guys have, are you kidding me with this? Of course, questions, you know where to go, angelohome.com. We're back, and maybe the Falcon and the Gnome will decide to join us. Maybe they won't. Anything is possible. Maybe I'll get a new co-host. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a human form co-host. Anything is possible. Maybe Kelly. Kelly from Regis and Kelly. Kelly. How's she doing? Is she doing it? What's she doing? Oh, she's doing the Kelly Show. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys here next time, right here on the Daily Tip.